Alright, making a video. Yep, response video, I think. Yeah, extra cameras. I better turn this one over here on. This will be the tricky one. Finger carefully hit button. Oops. Yeah. Ding. Okay, dinged. It's got to be good, right? And I guess I got to turn this one on. Alright.
Yeah, this one I can actually see, so I can get to the correct page, which is some guy I used to know from Vloggerheads, this Broken Mech guy. Apparently made a video crapping on vegetarianism, so he had to point it out. He had to leave a link in his, well, I mentioned in my last video, you know, it has nothing to do with this crap. So anyway, I haven't watched it yet, but I figure it's going to be a pile of shit, so I figure I'll do a response. So it's called the response to Meat is Murder. And it's not loading. Fantastic. Fucking YouTube sucks. Can't even load the fucking video. Ah, there it is.
So, just want to refute this ridiculous notion that eating meat is at all the equivalent of being a murderer. And
oh, well, come on. It's a willful taking. I mean, the analogy fits in so many ways. You're willfully taking something else's welfare, like a murderer who does it for his own gratification or for some other personal gain. Yeah, so there's no distinction. It is murder. You know, you just don't want to. You just don't like the word, but that's what it is. It's a taking for your convenience at something else's expense. That's why it's a crime.
people who keep repeating this and shouting this out, I mean, they are making themselves sound like complete idiots. And kind of...
No, well, see, you're the one's going to sound like a complete hypocrite, because you're gonna pretend that there's some distinction between your little domesticated dog and the animals you eat, and there is no fucking distinction. The distinction is one can be house trained and one can't. So you sit there and make your moral declarations and ethical declarations about what will be treated what way based on something as imbecilic and idiotic as whether or not it can be house trained. So you're the fool, the idiot, the hypocrite. Oh, memory card. Oops. Yeah, I'll fix that right in the middle of the video. That'll be fun, right? What did I do with the damn card? Alright. Realistically, we'll have to have a timeout. Realistically. I don't care. No, we won't. We won't bother with a timeout. This is going to be a long video anyway. Yeah, many, many hundreds of parts. And so it doesn't really matter. You're not going to miss that much. Alright. How did it get that much on the fucking memory on the in the thing? That's the amazing part. Because it really doesn't hold that much memory. Oh, the high definition turned off, that's why. Okay then. Yeah, that's better. Alright. Somebody's fucked up somewhere. I wonder who would screw it up, like, and make a mess of it. I wonder who could possibly do that. I don't think it could be anybody in this room. Do you think so? I don't think so. I don't think anybody in this room would screw it up like that. Alright, anyway, back to the video. Yeah, it was good. It's good to have a little break now and then.
Crass and compassionate idiots too. Murder is, of course, one of the most heinous crimes that one human can commit against another.
Oh, please. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. So if I deliberately kill somebody who, is 90 years old and just an asshole, nobody likes him, and so I just say, okay, what the fuck, I'll run him over with the car. Or I tie somebody up and hide them in my basement and torture them for 50 years. One's more heinous than the other one? Oh, please. Bullshit.
Rape being another one, and ironically, a lot of these people screaming meat is...
Oh, please. I mean, that you shouldn't even said something like that. I mean, comparing rape to murder is a little bit fucking silly. Rape is bad, but, I mean, come on. Fuck you. Silly. especially the context of most murder, which is, could be a nasty business. Many murderers, especially the mass murderer type, raped and pillaged before they do the murder.
Or also the people that diffuse the meaning of the word rape, and in so doing they are really, in both cases, being insensitive to the victims and family of the victims of those crimes.
Oh, this is just, so you're going to give us some lecture on when we can appropriately use rape as a metaphor. So when we say rape and pillage, but we don't really mean rape and pillage, we just mean, a little bit, sloppy and pillage or some other kind of thing. Whatever. I mean, these cutting these fine lines is just fucking silly. You call it a rape when somebody, digs coal out of the ground and they don't clean up the mess afterwards, and they say, well, they raped the fucking earth. There's nothing wrong with using it in that context. It doesn't insult the crime. And when you consider how much suffering has been endured by animals at our exploitation, you motherfucking cunt. No, we don't do any harm to the meaning of the word murder. Because it's just as much a murder as any other calculated act of take.
And of course the other thing is, like, we, as in society, we have a general conception in most of the world that murderers...
Oh yeah, so now we're going to go with what? Popular notions. So why don't you just start reading out of a Bible or a Quran at me and telling me that's the fucking truth? No, what we found out through this fucking process of evolution, cultural evolution, is that the morons of the past got it way the fuck wrong about a lot of fucking things. And guess what? That didn't end with women's rights and with the abolishment of slavery. No, it's going to end with the notion, too, that yes, this idea that you can just take from an animal, take its welfare, impose suffering, somehow that there's a calculation or a math that makes that make motherfucking sense, that your silly, trivial Gucci handbag that you probably have in your fucking closet is somehow a justification. That little bit of happiness that was made out of a fucking animal's welfare, somehow it's that's a balanced equation, and it's not, you jackass. You can't win as a sentient being by consuming other sentient beings, you dumb motherfucking idiot.
Are usually either sentenced to death or put in prison for life, and so going around and trying to...
yeah, and you're saying that... yeah, so when slavery was legal, somehow it was less of a crime? Just because it was legal, you dumbass? It wasn't the same fucking crime? So all you're saying is once we have laws against your kind of maltreatment, abuse, your kind of inconsiderate, insensitive cruelty... Once we figure it out and as a society say, no, we're not going to endorse or embrace that crap, somehow, then is when the truth will be the truth? No, the truth is the truth now, asshole. Right the fuck now. You're an idiot, a motherfucking cunt, a prick, an asshole, okay? History in the future will judge you such, okay? You are already convicted in the future for your fucking crimes, you moron, just like the slave owner of the fucking goddamn past. You are a fucking asshole, okay? It's been declared in the future. I'm just giving you warning that that's what your fate is, asshole. They're gonna piss on your fucking cunt grave.
Meat and the act of murder, the crime of murder. I mean, you are essentially saying that anybody who eats meat should essentially be dealt with in the same fashion.
Look, the only reason why we deal with murderers is to discourage and prevent murder, asshole. The whole fucking point of a criminal justice system isn't to fucking pointlessly torture people. No, the fucking goddamn point is to tell people this is behavior you don't fucking goddamn do. We have a rule against it. It's not fucking nice. Okay, and that's basically the game. Alright? And it's that fucking goddamn simple, you dumb fucking idiot. And so it just comes down to the point where we as a society, where the vast majority of people become enlightened enough and sensitive enough and compassionate enough to realize that, yeah, a fucking chromosome doesn't make the difference, okay? There's plenty of sentient beings out there having rich, emotional, sensitive lives, and there'd be no distinction, no logical fucking distinction, okay? Logical distinction between mistreating a fucking animal you're going to eat and mistreating a retarded human being. All right? If you're going to get real and be factual and rational about the equation, a human of diminished capacity, mental capacity, one who can't properly add 2 plus 3, let's say, they can't pass that fucking test, all right? Well, they're not having any richer a life than the average fucking gorilla or the average, pick an animal of your choice, pig. You dumb ass.
And again, that's completely insane. And
you're completely a fucking hypocrite.
That is what should happen to people who eat meat, is a complete lunatic, or they're just...
Oh, this is just ad hominem crap. It doesn't mean a goddamn thing. And the point is, again, what is your logical distinction? How is there a difference? It's an exploitation. It's a taking. There's no other way to look at it. All right, and you can kill humanely, and you can kill without concern. And these are different things, and they're different crimes. And you know those distinctions exist in the fucking law, asshole. There's things called manslaughter and other kinds of murder.
Just, philosophically moronic. So, the other thing is, you get these people that are arguing that you don't need to eat meat. And therefore,
yeah, arguing, based on, the argument from biology. Oh, that's right, that every other animal that's closely connected to us genetically, the closest relatives we have genetically, have a tiny, tiny percentage of their diet that's made up of these complex beef, meat-type proteins. That's right. Tiny, 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 minuscule percentage, asshole.
Causing of suffering for things that are not necessary to the continuation of human.
It's quite obvious it's not necessary. Billions of people get along without eating any substantial amounts of meat. So yeah, that argument has been proven. It's a fucking addiction, asshole. Okay, that's all it is. It's something created in you, okay, based on how you're maturated. Nothing the fuck else. If you're not raised on meat, you're not likely to become a meat eater.
In life, the sustaining of human life, somehow that's not ethically justifiable.
That's not what it's about, asshole. Again, see, you cheat arguments all over the fucking place. Here you are, this fucking liberal asswipe who's all concerned about being pragmatic and practical in so many other ways when it comes to war and other things, and yet you can't get the simple economics that we can feed twice as many people on planet Earth with the same fucking resources, the same money invested, if we eat the fucking grain and don't fucking feed it to fucking animals that we're gonna fucking abuse, you dumb fucking ass.
But this is just such a totally hypocritical position to take. I mean,
Yeah, put your little fucking weaselly cunt dog on your goddamn shoulder, okay, you little poofter, and then make that little hypocritical argument, you jackass. You're the fucking cunt hypocrite. Okay, who makes these biological... I can see into something's chromosomes, and I can see that it's human, so it's allowed to be retarded. So if it's human, it's allowed to be stupid and retarded. If it's an animal, it's not allowed to be, because then it's just something for you to fucking eat, or use, or abuse, or lock in a fucking goddamn cage for its entire fucking life. Fuck you, you fucking cunt.
Thing that we use as humans in our society comes at a huge...
Again, this our society, like again, you're going to sit there and argue from majority. Oh, the argument